Hello,
Hello.
how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. You?
Good. I'm not too bad at all. This is my first ever live, so I'm very
How
excited.
is it?
I've
We
got my
did
cup of tea.
we did something before, but we just recorded it, didn't we?
Yeah, we recorded it. It wasn't
Yeah,
live, so
yeah.
yeah.
There you
And that
go.
was a few years back now.
Yeah, it has been.
Wow.
Time flies, doesn't it?
Yes. So I've called this fitness Q&A. So let's see.
Awesome.
See what we get. It is a odd time. I guess people are still working, so we'll see who joins. But
Should have given a more sexy name. Get
we
bangable by someone. Something.
I was going to say my first question I got, and this is I'm not lying. It was to you saying, "Are you single?"
Oh, is that going to be for that? Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well,
you know,
we'll
um,
see if the topic comes to that. Frankly,
um,
I'm not sure how I would answer right now.
no dear, you can tell me about that later.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard it all, but wait,
Yeah,
there's more.
there's more. There's always more.
There's always more. Eh?
Should we just? Do you want to get started and then?
Yeah.
Um, Okay. So yeah, I got a few questions when I asked. I'll just put my cup of tea down. Um, we'll see if anyone else has any more. Okay, so let's start with yeah, what to do if you hit a plateau in weight loss. I think that's a common thing.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, keep in mind that hitting a plateau is completely normal. It's just part of
Mhm.
the deal. So it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
It just means that the thing you were doing until now has stopped working as effectively,
Mm-hmm.
which is normal. So, when the plateau comes, there's two things to consider. Like, one, just make sure that it is like strategy plateau, not adherence plateau. Meaning, are you actually doing everything you're supposed to be doing, and you're stuck anyway? Or because more times or not, it's just going to be you're not actually doing the things you said you would,
Yeah. Okay.
and that's why you
Yeah.
stuck. But assuming that you are doing everything you're supposed to,
Yeah.
then yeah, it's just a matter of something needs to get changed. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't need to be drastic, like you don't need to double up on everything or cut your calories in half or whatever. You
Mm.
just change something, some kind of a change, like we do, when it comes to your progress. It's just okay. Well, this is not working. Let me either adjust train cardio or change the calories, something like
Yeah.
that. So you make
Yeah.
a change, and then you give it another week, and you see what happens. And if something still doesn't give in, then you start change something else, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing to keep in mind, it's not going to be. It can happen for like even months at a time.
Yeah.
In my own journey, right? Like use every cut basically. I get like 8 weeks when I lose a ton of weight quickly, and then I get another 8 weeks where I don't lose fuck all.
Yeah.
Like it just
Interesting.
stays the same for 8 weeks straight, no matter what I do. And
Yeah.
every week I drop calories, I increase cardio, I increase steps, and I just do all of them every week, every week, every week, and still nothing. And it gets frustrating, even though I know it always happens and I know the process. I still get frustrated and just get mentally like, why am I doing all this? It's not even working. Like,
Yeah.
you still get fall victim to that, let's say. But then
Yeah.
eventually it cracks and you give in and it gives in, and now you lose like a ton of weight immediately
Yeah.
overnight.
Okay. Okay. So you just have to like stick to it, I suppose. Just have to stick to the process, trust the process.
Yeah, but also make minor adjustments as you go just to make
Yeah.
sure that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Um, so how often should I switch up my training program?
Right, well, however long you can tolerate it, and that's when you switch. So, like, because the point, you technically don't have to switch program at all.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it's more optimal and more like effective if
Yeah.
you don't.
Okay.
But like most bodybuilders, they will have the same program for years. I've been on the same one for like 3 years now, maybe.
Ah,
Like
interesting.
I haven't changed it. Same split. Like I do occasionally switch some of the machines or exercises or whatever, but that's just if I run out of weight on the machine, or like I switch gyms as I've been traveling around a lot,
Mm-hmm.
so they don't have the equipment, or like I just get a little bit bored of the movement, so I switch it up with something similar.
Mm-hmm.
But like outside of that, I don't change it. So if you want to be optimal, like 100%, then just keep the same thing, because the body then learns the pattern and you become more and more effective. You can push more and more weight and you become stronger at it.
Yeah.
So it's better not to. However, not everyone's a bodybuilder. Not everyone's a machine. People get bored and that they need
Mm-hmm.
novelty, and that's
Mm-hmm.
perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, yeah, in that case, just switch it up whenever you kind of get bored of it.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I would usually recommend keeping the same program for the duration of a phase. So, like, let's say now you're going to cut for 18, 16 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep the same program for that so that you can measure progression, you can measure that you're not losing strength and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Then you go to a bulk, let's say, okay, do another program for
Mm-hmm.
novelty, but then again, stick to the same thing for the duration
Mm-hmm.
to make sure you can measure the progress, that you're progressing, growing and everything, and then
Yeah.
switch it up again and so on.
Okay.
But like at minimum, I wouldn't change it any more often than like 8 weeks.
Yeah. 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 There's really not enough time otherwise to see progression.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just jumping from one thing to another, and the body never has time to adapt.
Yeah.
And now you're just wasting your time, basically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. I this is a question that someone did ask me. I hadn't actually written it down, but I remember they asked me, "What a fitness tracker do you use?" Because we're both wearing rings. I've
Yeah.
got Aura. Um, I prefer the rings to a watch. It just works better for me. But what do you recommend for people?
I mean, I also have a ring, but I have it because I already have stuff on my forearms,
Yeah.
and I don't want more because it's
Mhm.
weird and it's just annoying.
Mhm.
I mean, I would argue that actually something on the band, like on the wrist, might be a bit better because you
Yeah.
can keep it on while you train.
Yeah. I mean, I
But
do
with the
keep this
ring,
on
you
when I
can't do
train,
that.
but I
Yeah,
do.
like
But if
it
it's
would wreck your finger, or like it gets
yeah.
destroyed because it's like a piece of. So I have to
Mhm.
take it off every time. So in that sense, I think the band is better actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it comes down to whatever you prefer, because
Yeah.
it also depends what you need it for.
Mhm.
Like I just need to track my steps and sleep.
Yeah.
Both I
Yeah.
can do with the ring, because like I just add like 1,500 for 1 hour walk around the gym, and the rest is accurate, so I don't need to
Yeah.
worry about it.
Mhm.
But if some people need it for like heart rate during a workout and this and that, and you need to keep it on during a workout, meaning like you're probably better off with the wrist thing.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, like there's the Whoop is really popular, isn't it? I never tried it, but I think it's
Mhm.
good.
Mhm.
In terms of the rings, like you've got the Aura ring, right?
Yes, I
I've
do.
got
It's
Ring
great.
Con, which is the same thing, just different brand. The difference
Yeah.
in here was from it's just I don't have to pay for the monthly app thing.
Ah, yeah. That's
So
annoying
you
if you're
just
at the
buy it,
gym.
and then the app is free, whilst on the Ring Con you have the subscription. But then I think maybe in some things it might be better, like in terms
Yeah.
of quality or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
didn't want to pay for it like monthly.
Yeah. 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 Cool. That's a good tip. Um. Okay. How to get I get asked this sometimes, like ab definition. And you've taught me a lot about this because before I started working with you, I kid you not, I would do like 15-minute ab workouts every single day. And
Yeah,
you were like, you don't actually need to do ab workouts like specifically, really.
yeah,
And honestly, I'd say probably for like 3 years now, I haven't been doing like regular um ab specific workouts at all. I might do like one exercise every month
yeah.
and nothing has changed. But it's because I'm doing strength work, like all body strengthening training, and it's yeah, I find that it just maintains it. So anyway, you're the coach, but that's my experience.
No, so if anyone's doing like the 15 half an hour ab workout or whatever, stop, because you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
It burns like no calories, and you're not gonna get abs from it no matter what.
Hmm.
In terms of the abs themselves, yeah, like look, the definition will always depend on one thing, and that's how much fat is on top of them.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with training. It has nothing to do with anything else. Like just lose the fat on it, and you're gonna get ab definition.
Yeah.
Now, to caveat the or side note on like people go, how do I get a six pack? I only have four, and that kind of stuff. You won't. Like despite what it seems, abs is actually just one big muscle.
Mm-hmm.
The reason you get the separation because you have a fascia that runs through it and it kind of separates it through numerous whatever.
Uh-huh.
That is purely genetical. How
Okay.
many you will have is dependent on the shape of the fascia, and also the depth of them sometimes is dependent on how deep the fascia goes.
Mm.
That's pure genetics.
Yeah, okay.
So, you're not going to turn a four pack into a six pack, no matter what you do.
Yeah. And you see
On
these crazy people with
average,
eights.
well, women generally have like mostly four,
Mm.
occasionally six.
Mm-hmm.
Most guys have six, occasionally eight.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, makes
I
sense.
think I've seen like one guy on the internet with 10. That
Mm-hmm.
then
Wow.
it's weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
eight is the best.
Yeah.
Uh, for no particular reason.
It's
Uh,
interesting that you say women mostly have four though, because yeah,
yeah,
I see that a lot.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
interesting.
that part is just purely genetic. There's nothing you can do about it. But the
Okay.
definition, you just need to get rid of the fat. You can like make them grow a little bit, like to make them more, I guess, visible when you do
Mm-hmm.
lose the fat by
Mm-hmm.
training them. It's the muscle like any other. But at the same time, like someone needs to be careful there because, like, if you do too much, then your waist gets a bit bigger, and then now it just looks worse.
Yeah.
So it's a balancing act. And in terms
Mm-hmm.
of training, yeah, like I mean, for years I wouldn't do any, and I was just fine. It was just get lean, and that's it.
Yeah.
In the last few years, I have started, but it's not because it gives me more definition. It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's more just like I've gotten heavier and bigger, so I'm doing more and more weights. So I need a bit of a stronger core to be
Yeah.
able to actually support it,
Yeah.
so I don't snap in half.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm doing it. But also, it did come at a price because my waist did go up a little bit. It's a little bit bigger now, and
Interesting.
that's pissing me off like you wouldn't believe. Because one of my
Yeah.
main strong points has always been like really tiny waist, and now it's not so tiny, and I'm livid about it. Or
Through
it's
doing,
still small,
yeah.
but it's not as before, and I'm livid.
Yeah. That's so interesting through doing, because like a lot of I don't know if you see like YouTube videos on ab workouts and things like that,
All the
it's
side
like
stuff.
slim waist, but
Yeah.
actually potentially is
Most
doing the opposite.
the exercise you see, like outside of crunches, the one I see the most is like when you have the plate next to you and you're doing this,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
literally the worst thing you could be doing if you want a thinner waist.
Wow.
Because if this thing here, like that side muscle, it's a
Yeah.
muscle.
Yeah,
The
yeah. It's meant to
handle,
grow.
like yeah, there's fat on it, but like usually it's a muscle, and that's what you're training. So you're just making it, and when it grows, what does it do? It grows this way.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're making your waist wider. So I always see, mainly when I see women doing it, I was like, you're literally making it worse for yourself.
Wow. Wow.
So
Yeah.
yeah, something to consider. Just do
Yeah,
regular
that's
crunches, you're fine.
wow. I've never actually thought about that, but that's super interesting. Yeah, good to know. Okay. What are your top three tips for getting into the best shape of your life?
Best shape of your
Because
life,
you've
eh?
done a few periods of smashing it and you've tortured yourself. So
Yeah.
what have you done?
Is there like a deadline on it, or is it just like in general?
This was by summer, but
Oh, well, funnily enough. Um, well, look, if you want it by this summer, which is around the corner,
yeah.
then give me a follow. So I've got something coming in those lines to make
Yeah.
sure that you can do just that. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
get announced soon, end of this week, I think. But um, yeah, look, if you need it this quick, I think manage your expectations because like if you have 100 pounds to lose, it's not going to happen. Okay,
No.
but if you just have 10, 15, 20, even 30, maybe if you are willing and able to effectively torture yourself, like you said, because that is the most I've ever done. I think I did 15 kilos in 9 weeks. It wasn't funny. I don't think most people could survive that level of,
Mm-mm.
well, intensity that it took, but like it is doable. It's just if it's really important to you,
Yeah.
make sure you keep that in mind because you will have to suffer,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but it can be done on time.
Okay.
But
It's
general tips, just look, you move more than you are right now, and then just kind of crack it up as you go each week, each fortnight, whatever. Because
okay.
again, if you have a short deadline, you're gonna have to keep bringing up the intensity. The body
Mhm.
will adapt. Same with like the plateaus that we discussed earlier.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to keep lower and lower on the food. There's no such thing. Oh, one thing to note: there's no such thing as too low. There's a lot of people on the internet and social media especially, it's like, oh, you should never be below X number of calories. You should never be below 1,500. A woman should never be below 1,200. Like, says who? Like, there's no such thing as too low. Like, look, when you have a 45-kilo woman who doesn't move, what do you think her calories are going to be?
Mm.
They're going to be that. And for reference, the 15-kilo nannies that I just mentioned, guess my calories for the last 3 weeks?
What?
900.
What?
While training 6 days a week for 2 hours and doing 20,000 steps a day.
You
Okay?
can't function on that, surely.
For a short period of time, you can. I was just
Yes.
about surviving, but I was surviving. But like the point is, I am not a 45 kg woman that doesn't move.
Yeah.
And I was on 900 calories.
Yeah, that's mental.
So don't come to me saying, oh, 1,200 is too low. Again, says who? Your calories will need to, especially if you want to be ready by summer, your calories will have to be whatever that it's going to have to be.
Yeah. And then what happens when you go back to sustaining though? Like how obviously you
Yeah,
do need to get in a certain amount to be
you do a
healthy.
reverse diet, which is, ironically, it's harder than the dieting. But basically what you're doing is like, let's say you're at X number of calories and, X
Mhm.
amount of cardio per week. And then once you go into reverse, you have to slowly start bringing your calories back up to a sustainable level and your
Mhm.
cardio down, or steps and both, to your, again, to somewhere
Mhm.
where you can actually live.
Mhm.
Because when you finish that diet, especially something like this, you will be at an unsustainable level.
Yeah.
But that's okay because you're not supposed to be sustaining it for long.
Yeah.
You just get there to lose the weight and then you start slowly phasing it out.
Mhm.
It is really tricky because it's about like knowing when to add and when not, because it depends. Like sometimes you add even if the weight goes up, or you don't even if it stays. It depends on a lot of factors. So like usually, if possible, I would recommend have some help with it because it is tough.
Yeah.
But also it's really hard mentally, more so than the diet. Because during the diet, if you're suffering, you're like, well, at least I'm seeing results.
Yes. Yeah.
With the reverse, you're effectively suffering for no results because staying the
Mhm.
same is the goal.
Mhm.
So it gets really hard. And also in terms of hunger, because again, when you diet, the hunger goes up, but then it kind of stagnates, it goes down
Yeah.
because the body
Yeah.
gets used to not eating. But if you start giving it food again, it goes, oh, we've
Quick.
just undergone the famine we have, because
Mhm.
as far as it's concerned, that's what happened. We need to replenish the fat
Yeah.
stores. And it
Yes.
will start sending much stronger hunger signals to you to force you to eat and replenish them.
Yeah.
So then you have much stronger hunger
Mm.
than before, even though you're eating more, and you have to be really strong to not do that because
Yeah.
you can get very fat very quickly if you do. But the worst thing about it is it doesn't, in that stage, it doesn't matter how much you eat, you will never be fully satisfied in terms of hunger.
Mm.
It will just keep sending more because it wants the fat stores back.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
even if you crack and you eat the elephant, you're still not going to be satisfied. So you
Yeah.
might as well just not do it
Yeah.
because you'll get the same misery, but with a better result.
Mm. Mhm. How do you get through that then? When your body's telling you, because that's tough. I've been in that situation before.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I mean, it's honestly just a mental battle.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you have to toughen it out until you get back to like the maintenance where the body goes, okay, we have like not sustainable, but like we have sufficient intake of food on a
Mhm.
daily, on regular basis that we don't need to freak out anymore.
Mm.
So it just stops sending those hunger signals as much.
Mhm.
It, it
Mhm.
it's an attrition battle. Like you
Yeah.
just have to outlast it. That there is no other way with the
Yeah.
river.
Mhm. Mhm. It's tough,
Yeah.
but
Hence, having someone there to help you is really useful because, like,
yeah.
you go, "Oh, I should be having more food." No, no, no. Or
Yeah.
like this week,
Yeah.
this week we're gonna add because it's fine. So
Yeah.
it does help to have like someone there to watch it.
Hmm.
Because I always tell people, because there's a lot of when they want to go, let's say they get a coach behind me and they go, they want to lose the weight, then they lose it and they go, okay, we're done. It's like, well, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let's reverse together at least, because otherwise we're right back here 6 months from now, but you're even fatter than when we started.
But
So,
it's, yeah, no, it happens a lot to people. Like I think a lot of people get they can almost do the weight loss bit, but it's
yeah,
that the sustaining is really tough because exactly as you said, it's people are like you're starving after that, like literally. So um
this thing, like the arguments of almost everyone always regains the weight. And this is why,
yeah.
because they
Hmm.
don't do the plan, that they either can't handle it or just they don't know.
Hmm.
Most cases, they don't even know about it, that they
Mm.
have to play the long game with the reverse.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That good. That's good. So okay, what's one thing you can't live without? I think that's to do with the gym, like
Right.
or just fitness in general.
I don't know, do monsters count?
Oh, what? Sorry.
Monsters, the energy drink.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I can live without it. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Like, you can do without pretty much anything in that regard. Like, it's the whole
Mm-hmm.
point. You need to be able to adapt
Mm-hmm.
to move. But like in terms of what I really use a lot, a piece of equipment, let's say,
Yeah,
I like my straps. And I don't use straps. I use Versa grips. Versa
yeah,
grip. It's a variation of a strap. I really like them because you can use them for pushing, pulling mostly. They're like really stabilize your wrist and everything. I really like those. I
yeah,
wouldn't want to train without them anymore.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, I don't know, supplements, all the same stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't really have anything. I don't believe in unable to live without one thing,
No, no.
except
Um,
you. Of course.
yeah. Of course. Um, I okay, have a question because so I've recently stopped doing as much cardio because I'm injured and I'm basically just weight training a lot. And I've noticed that I can lift a lot more now, just because I'm just so consistent with it. But I'm finding it really hard to like hold the weights. I've started getting the straps to like hold on to the dumbbells and things, so I can actually hold the weight, if that makes sense. Um,
Yeah.
what's a like at what point do you is the right point to switch to those straps? Because um, I've read a lot online about people like you need to train your grip. Like it's
Yeah.
better to. So yeah, at what
I mean,
point?
look, some people argue that, but here's the thing. Unless whatever you do specifically requires a grip, like for job or for sports or
Yeah,
whatever, then why do you need it?
yeah, it's true.
Is A, right? But more importantly, like I don't care who you are,
Mm,
your grip, meaning your forearm, effectively, will never be as strong as your back.
no.
Forearm is this size, the back is all of this.
Yeah,
Or say hamstrings, again, it's your entire leg. Like if
yeah.
you keep insisting on just using the grip without any kind of assistance,
You're never
you're
gonna.
effectively limiting the
Yeah,
amount of work that the big muscles can do.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
when you're doing back, your grip will always fail first before the back does.
yeah,
So I would argue you can use the straps immediately
yeah,
because then you're basically training the big muscles to their full extent.
yeah, yeah.
And you still get a little bit of like grip strength, even just from holding it. You're still holding it. It's not like you
Mm-hmm.
can let go and the entire weight will just be on that because that's gonna wreck your wrists.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still holding it. It's just support.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that's my that's my philosophy around it.
yeah.
There's
I
some
agree.
people will disagree because like they want the grip. All right, you want the grip, dude. I don't care.
Yeah, but maybe do
But
some grip exercises
yeah,
that you can
just do
still do.
specifically for that
Yeah,
instead of limiting your back and hamstrings or whatever from
yeah,
growing.
yeah. That's helpful. Cool. Um, well, I don't think I've got any more questions. I'm trying to think of they were the main ones that came through. I had some random ones about relationships, but I don't think you and I are very
Hey, I
interested
can give
ones. So.
advice. It's do as I say, not as I do, but I can give it. So it's go for it. Let's try. Let's turn this
Oh my
into a
goodness. Well, one of them was
relationship podcast.
one of them was how I think it was how to get into a healthy relationship after you've just come out of a bad one. But I mean that is a very tricky
It's very
question.
broad. Uh,
Broad.
define that one. Was it
Get
your
to the
fault?
gym.
Was it
Get to the
theirs?
gym is the answer.
Of course, it was theirs, right? Naturally. Well, yeah, again, that's a bit too broad. But like, okay,
Yeah.
take time to heal. Whatever that means. Don't just jump into the next thing, but also, I don't know, look in and just don't just go, oh, he was a waste man and I did nothing wrong and I'm a princess. Like, maybe let's not do that. Maybe
Probably
just
not.
like kind of take a look from a detached perspective. Like, okay, even if he was the most horrible human being in the world, what did I did wrong? What's
Yeah.
some things that I can improve on?
Yeah.
Because then, if you do that, then the next person is going to be much more aligned with
Yeah.
those kinds of values and outlooks.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. Hmm.
And also, I think important, define for yourself specifically what a good one would look like. Because, like, again,
Yes.
very broad term, like it's different things for different people. And also just make sure you know exactly what it is you want. But also, and I cannot stress this enough, don't make a 200-page list of like, oh, he needs to have this and this and this and this and this. And like, fuck it. Just like 4 or 5 top core values that you need to agree on. I want kids. I want to live in this place. I want this kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
I want like this kind of communication. This is loyalty, whatever.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
Yeah.
don't. They're like, oh, it needs to be 6'3", 300 pounds, fucking this much money, this much that. Like, no,
Yeah. It's not gonna
just
happen.
you know,
Yeah.
keep it to the core values.
Yeah.
As everything else can be worked on.
Yeah. Agreed. Um, so
Yeah.
you mentioned this is off relationships now. Um,
So
you mentioned you have something coming up. When are you going to release your you, about is about getting ready for
statement.
summer?
Uh, yeah, end of this week, I think. Like the first. I don't know exactly when the announcement is because I haven't quite done it yet. But yeah, it's like towards the end of the week. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna announce it, and then for the next 2 weeks after that, I'm gonna talk about it a lot. But it starts around mid-May ish
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is when like the hard start will be.
Okay,
But
cool.
yeah, effectively the point of the whole thing, I'm calling it Jacked by Summer. So
No.
as the name suggests, like I want to get you to that place by summer, no matter what it takes, as we discussed
Mm-hmm.
earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a holiday, a wedding, or whatever. You got, I don't know, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna make it happen no matter what.
Yeah.
But again, the more you have to lose, then the more you're gonna have to suffer and be okay with it. You can hate me at the end of it. That's fine. That's what I'm signing up
But
for.
you'll love yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
At the end
No,
of it, you'll probably like me, just not in the process,
yes.
and
Yeah.
that's fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the job description.
Yeah. No, cool. That sounds really exciting. Looking forward to it. And who can join it? Anyone? Is it for
Yeah, it's boys, girls, all of them, everyone is welcome.
yeah.
Very inclusive like that.
Cool. All right. Well, we haven't had any other questions come through, so um
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that for today, I guess.
yeah. If
Yeah,
we get any more, maybe we can do another one.
yeah, we'll do some in a few weeks' time, closer
Yeah.
to the thing, maybe,
Yeah, that sounds good.
so people can ask what it is exactly that it includes once I've actually written it
Yes.
down.
Yes. Yes, that would
Right.
be good.
All right. Well,
Okay, good to chat.
yeah, it's been nice seeing you again. I'll
Yes, you too.
I'll message you about the more private type of catch up.
Yes.